This particular word problem may not be of interest in a physical world setting, but to someone who likes to study numbers and their properties, better known as a number theorist, this type of question would be interesting to solve. So let's take a look at it. The question is whether there are 5 consecutive integers that add up, so adding to 10,101,010. Who knows? We'll find this out. Now there's a kind of a brute force way you could do this. You could sit there and try a whole bunch of numbers, but there's a much more elegant solution to this. The way I'd like to solve this is first write an equation that's more in normal people talk as opposed to the mathematical language. So what do I mean by that? We'll take the first plus the second plus the third plus the fourth plus the fifth. We want to know if these numbers equal our friend on the right. And now we're going to start translating it into the language of mathematics. Well, let's see. I don't know the first number, so let me start there. Let's let x equal the first number. Well, gosh, I don't know the second, third, fourth, or fifth. So I could write something x plus y plus z plus j plus p. But then I have this equation with lots of variables. 5 consecutive integers. Oh, well, if x is the first number, then the second number must be x plus 1. If this is the second number, it's consecutive integers, it must be, x1 must be x plus 2. This guy must be x plus 3. And this guy must be x plus 4. In other words, I'm using this relationship between the numbers so that I just have a single variable. If the first number were 10, which that's not going to work, this automatically pumps out 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So now that we've done this, perfect. We have an equation that we can solve. Well, first off, these parentheses, I just put them in to remind us that we're dealing with different consecutive numbers, but we don't actually need them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's. So we have 5x plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. Let's subtract 10 from both sides. So we have that 5x equals 10,101,000. So let's see. What was the question again? We want to know if there are 5 consecutive integers. If x is an integer, then all these guys are going to be integers as well. So that's first off. Is x an integer? Without dividing this, can we see if x is an integer or not? Sure. Since the ending is a 0, think of it, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 1,000, etc. Since the last digit is 0, this tells us that the number is divisible by 5. I don't even need to find out what that number is. The question was, are there 5 consecutive integers? 5 divides into this evenly because the final digit's a 0. So that tells me that x is an integer. So that tells me, yes, there are. And if you're interested, feel free to email me with what this is divided by 5. I'm so curious.